Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope all of you are in good health. As you all know, we are faced with some of the extreme challenges that human history has witnessed. These challenges, however, should not stop us from learning. Although all educational institutes are closed, we can still learn at our homes. To bring education to you all, I have taken up this initiative of providing online learning. So let's start with today's lecture. Friends, today we are going to discuss Ray Bradbury's short story, There Will Come Soft Rains. For those of you who have this short story as part of your syllabus, this video will surely help you in preparing for your examinations. Let's take a look at a brief biography of the author. Ray Bradbury was born on August 22, 1920 in Illinois, one of the most prominent American fantasy, science fiction, horror, and mystery fiction writers of the 20th and 21st century. Graduated high school in 1938 and his formal education ended there. Became a full-time writer in 1943 after selling newspapers on a Los Angeles corner for 5 years. His first published success were the Martian Chronicles. Remember, this short story is a part of the Martian Chronicles. He is famous for his works like Fahrenheit 451, Something Wicked This Way Comes, Halloween Tree. Ray Bradbury is a recipient of numerous awards, including a 2007 Pulitzer citation. Many of his works were adapted to comic books, television, and film formats. You have to remember that upon his death in 2012, the New York Times called Bradbury the writer most responsible for bringing modern science fiction into the literary mainstream. Let's now try to learn something about the short story. The story was published on 6th May 1950, and it was included in Ray Bradbury's The Martian Chronicles. The title of the story has been taken from Sarah Teasdale's poem. Sarah Teasdale is an American poet. Let's look at the historical context in which this short story was written. You have to remember the story was written in the backdrop of World War II that resulted in widespread destruction of both nature and human civilization. All of us remember the deadly atomic bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All these things have left an indelible mark on human psyche. The term post-apocalyptic, taken out from Bible, talks about a time when human civilization will completely be eradicated from Earth. What we see in the present times, how nations are amassing nuclear arsenal which could spark a nuclear war any moment. Here is the brief summary of the short story. You have to remember that the story was written in 1950, but the writer is talking about a future date of 2026, when the world will be so technologically advanced that even our household works would be done by robots. The story opens on August 2026 in a house in the city of Allendale, California, which is entirely desolate because of a nuclear catastrophe. Only one house has miraculously escaped from the nuclear devastation. We are shown this empty house whose residents have died. Only robots are doing the necessary household works, such as making breakfast, cleaning the house, washing dishes, etc. Even though the house owners have died of this nuclear attack, the robots go on doing the work meticulously. A dog enters this house, is badly injured, and dies in the house. The robotic mice clean the house and take the dead dog away. As the evening comes, the house automatically reads this poem of Sarah Teasdale. And obviously the title has been taken from that poem itself, There Will Come Soft Rains. This poem of Sarah Teasdale describes how once man is utterly destroyed because of war, nature will go on without man as if nothing has happened. After the poem is read, later in the night, the house catches fire that destroys everything except one wall which entirely repeats the time and date. Today is August 5, 2026. Here is the poem of Sarah Teasdale, read by the robots in the story. There will come soft rains, there will come soft rains, and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire, whistling their whims on a low fence wire, and not one will know of the war, not one will care at last when it is done. Not one would mind, neither bird nor tree, if mankind perished utterly. And spring herself, when she woke at dawn, would scarcely know that we were gone. This poem reminds us that nature will not care even if the whole human civilization is destroyed, because we have done enough to destroy nature, and nature in return, she will not care for us. Now, if we analyze this story, the writer wants to bring our focus on certain things. One, that man is so obsessed with technology, the day is not far when technology will destroy everything, and at that time Mother Nature will be happy to live without humans. Second, he shows us the thoughtless technological development. Technology has driven us mad. This is the reason why many critics believe that Ray Bradbury, he was so against technology that they have called him anti-science. Here are some of the themes dealt in within the story. The dangers of nuclear warfare. We know that the writer, he is talking about a time when all the human civilization, it will be devastated by a nuclear war. And he warns us of those dangers of a nuclear war. He talks about the power of technology, but obviously in the negative sense. We obviously know that technology helps us out in our daily routine, but then when this technology becomes an obsession, it is certainly a negative trait. We are certain of death among all this nuclear craze. He shows us the omnipotence of death, that with all this nuclear arsenal around, there can be a nuclear war any moment, and we all are going to die. And then ultimately he talks about war with nature, how humans, they have destroyed nature. And in the story at the end, the house that shows us the destruction of the house, that itself signifies how nature can destroy us. If we destroy nature, the nature will in return destroy us. So let's do the summing up of whatever we have read. The story talks about the time when human civilization is destroyed by nuclear war. The destruction of the house at the end shows that nature is all powerful. Overall, the story criticizes machines and technology that has replaced human emotions. Thank you for watching this video. Your feedbacks and suggestions are always welcome. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for future videos. Learn with Khan Arshid. And press the bell icon for notifications. Goodbye.